it's Mary, and I'm back with a Scraplift for you for Scraplift Saturday. This month we are scraplifting my friend Jennifer McMurtrey, and I am so blessed that I get to hang out with her every once in a while because she lives in the next town over from me. That is the power of social media. I am a big fan of meeting new people and new faces and having friends who I've connected with over the internet that I have never met in real life, and also being blessed by the friendships that I have made in physical form over the last year just by social media. So I'm going to be scraplifting her layout of this really fun circle stitch that she had made, and I really loved how she had so much going on with the layers in the background and the stitching and then the big large title. So I took inspiration from this layout, and I'm going to be scrapbooking some pictures from my daughter's first day of preschool. So what you saw me do is pull off a cut file that I had made myself. I found a font on the interwebs that looked like a Dr. Seuss font, and then I kind of made them all welded together in Silhouette Studio and made my cut file off of that. It has the whole alphabet on it, and then the numbers 1 through 5 or something like that on the bottom. And what I did was I just went ahead and glued it all down like you saw, and now I'm doing some mixed media. Towards the end of my layout, I realized I should have done the mixed media on first before putting the letters down, but I think it turns out fine in the end. It just gives it a texture. You can't really see the letters and the numbers behind it, but it was kind of like that in Jennifer's layout as well. But I still wish that I had done the layout with the white cutout on top instead of, the mixed media underneath instead of on top of the cut file. But it turns out fine in the end, and it probably would have distracted a little bit more from the title. So I love the added texture that it gave, but that was my first mistake. And so now I'm just using a couple Shimmer's products. I used Jenny Bee Blue on the left and Pink Stilettos on the right with Cotton Candy, which is a little bit of a lighter color than Pink Stilettos. And then you see me going back in with a brush, and I'm just adding some color to areas that need it a little bit more. When you're putting the packaging technique down on top of the cut file, the colors soak into the top of the cut file before they really get a chance to soak in underneath. And I really like when the edges of the cut file are a little bit darker. It kind of highlights it, and it kind of makes it a little bit lighter underneath. It's just the way that the paint works with the paper. So now I'm going to go ahead and back my photos. I kind of wanted to tell the story in the photos. I didn't journal very much on the layout. I do a little bit at the end, you'll see. But the stories kind of tell the picture. It's first day of school, so of course you've got, the backpack picture and everything, and picture with a teacher who is also a friend of ours. She lives in our community, and she was Isaac's preschool teacher, who Isaac is now 8. So in the 3rd grade. So it was really fun to just kind of relive all of the moments that I had with Isaac in my memory as Abby was going to preschool. So it's been really a lot of fun. So I'm backing my papers with some, let's see. So the yellow paper that I'm using right now is a B-side of a Chamel Little by Little collection. And then the polka dot paper was Maggie Holmes' Chasing Dreams. This is really hard for me to remember. And then the pink paper that I end up using is I'm trying to look. Oh, it's the B side of the polka dot paper from Chasing Dreams. Yes, this pink grid paper right now. That's the B side of the paper that I had just used. And I end up popping everything up on some foam to give it a little bit more dimension because I've got the cut file down, and then I'm going to be placing a big large title in foam thickers on the right. So I wanted the photos to be an extra dimension so they wouldn't like sink into the page. So you're going to see me, let's count this. You count how many times I move around the letters on here. I really love big titles. I really hate thickers, and I hate letter stickers, alphas. If I do a big title, normally it's with a cut file that I've created on my own, and then I can just glue the entire cut file down, or I will use like phrase thickers, and even those I sometimes get irritated with because they get all wonky. So I end up moving around the foam thickers a bazillion times. It probably took up way more time than it did to create anything else on this layout. And it's just because I wanted to work within that circle of where I had stitched. And by the way, I had done the stitching in yellow, which you'll definitely see in the close-ups. And I love the way that that turned out. I love yellow popping off of mint and pink right now. I think that those three colors are my go-to colors right now. But yeah, you'll see. What is this? Number 3? Is this the third time that I've moved the thickers now? It won't be the last. I think I even cut out more, so the number that you are seeing in our counting will not be the number that I ended up doing in the end. I don't even know how many times I moved them around. It was ridiculous. So these chipboard and ephemera pieces that I'm using are from various different collections. Oh, we are doing this now. Okay, so I wanted to add a little ribbon onto one of the ephemera pieces. So I grabbed out my kind of scrap ribbon jar. It's a big vintage, like flower jar that I had picked up from the Goodwill. I love vintagey things. I like vintage meets modern. So this is hilarious. I'm all trying to show you how to do a bow offhand, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't remember how to do a bow right now, so maybe I'll just do it the way that I learned it. And I get frustrated, and then I look it up on my phone. So here I am. I'm watching the tutorial on my phone, and I still don't get it right. Look at me. I'm frustrated. I have to rewind it. If I will leave a link if I remember. Hopefully I'll remember. If I don't remember, leave a comment, and then I'll definitely link it up in the comments. But I'll leave a link on how to tie this bow, because I slow it down for you so that you can see how to tie a bow, but you can't really tell very well. And I wasn't planning on doing like a bow tutorial. I would rather link it up to somebody who has already done a really good bow tutorial for you guys instead of me showing you, because it's like reinventing the wheel. And honestly, let's let some other YouTube creator get the credit, right? So if they have a really good video, I will always link to somebody else's video instead of giving you a new tutorial. Because I guarantee you guys, unless I come up with something that's tutorial worthy, I have not invented the wheel on a lot of this stuff. This is all stuff that I have learned from other amazing creators. So as much as I love doing tutorials for you guys, I would way rather you go to somebody else who's already done it and support them as well. So anyway, now that I've done the bow rant, these chipboard pieces that I'm using, so the one that says Dream Big on it, that is from Pink Fresh Studios Dream On collection. The bottom right where the house is, that was from an old Studio Calico kit from like 2016 maybe. Maybe even 2015. I'm pretty sure it's 16 though. And then the bottom left was from a Dear Lizzie, maybe Happy Day or something like that. think it was like Happy something. It had some birthday stuff on it. That's a chipboard set. Same with the Think Big chipboard piece on the top left. The bottom chipboard piece is a ruler, and that was from some My Mind's Eye collection. And then the sun on the top right, oh man, I think that was a My Mind's Eye collection too. So I have all of my bits when I do these kind of non-design team assignments. I have a bunch of bits in stash, and then it's all color coordinated. So my chipboard is color coordinated, my ephemera is color coordinated, and I couldn't tell you exactly where everything comes from. And it's usually old product, because most of my new product I keep together in collections until I get bored and move on from that collection, or it's like a year old. If it's more than a year old, I'll definitely put it back in my stash. So anyway, that's the lowdown of what I am putting on my layout. And then my journaling is, we always tell you, shine your light when you go into the world. Well, my Abby girl, today was your day to let it shine. So the chipboard pieces read, think big, dream big, let it shine. And I thought it was perfect for this layout. Anyway, that's it for the Saturday. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I hope that you get a chance to play along. Don't forget to head over to Instagram, check out Jennifer's Instagram account, because she makes amazing things. And then Kira's also participating in Scraplift Saturday. She does most of the time. It's usually me not participating, and I'm sorry. Life has been crazy, but I'm getting back on the train again, and we'll be posting more regularly for sure. So anyway, check out those videos and go give Jennifer some love. She's an amazing person, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!